Hey guys, it's Heather. I am really excited to talk about our topic this week, as far as what do you do to give back to the community that you feel like is important. And I say that because community can be things that are like the physical boundaries of the community you live in. It can be a group of people that you care about. It can be an issue that's nationwide of people. So, what do you do to give back to that? Because I think it's one thing that we live in this world to take care of ourselves and love our family, and but it's another thing that's kind of like our whole society's responsibility to do something bigger and greater than just the things that impact yourself. And so I have always grown up with the understanding that the work that we do in our life affects many generations after us. And so tell me, what do you guys do? What are the things that you get involved in? I myself get involved in kind of a couple areas. Obviously, the things that are important in my culture, but I'm on different volunteer committees in the community, and I also work in a job that I'm really lucky to have the opportunity to blend what I do in my job with what I choose to do in the community. So, one of my communities is my Native American community, and that's both locally, regionally, and nationally with the efforts that I work on. Some of the things locally that I do is I'm on committees to put on powwows in town. One of them specifically is for our college graduates in town. So we have them every year, and they travel around the different colleges that we have in town, and we honor the college graduates because as Native Americans, only 14% of us hold bachelor's degrees, which is really low if you look at the national standards for other ethnicities and races. And so we want to honor and celebrate that. That's huge. One of my main goals in life and the things that I always kind of fall back on is, what am I doing in my work that creates Native American professionals? So I can work on myself to become one professional. I can work on my kids so that they become two Native American professionals. But like bigger than that, what are we doing? And so part of that is getting them involved and understand and get other Native professionals in front of them. So I love doing the powwow because it helps us celebrate the youth and the kids and the young adults who have made it to the point of graduating and going into, hopefully, some pretty stellar professional careers. And then I also am a task force member for the Murdered and Missing Indigenous Women movement in our area. Now, right now, across, I think it's 7 or 8 states, but for sure the 3 that are closely connected to me and where I live have bills that are going into state legislature right now that are working on passing a couple of different areas. So one is creating a task force just in general in each state to do something. But some of the things are that we need documentation. Like, our women go missing at much higher rates, and there's no federal documentation that's accurate. I know in 2016, they've come out with some numbers, and I'm not kidding you, it's almost like 2,000 numbers. That's women, different than who have actually gone missing and what the national database says. And so I really put a lot of effort into that. This week alone, we did, on the 14th, actually, of February, we always do a march and rally, and that's kind of a national thing. I don't know if you guys had any in your community. If you did, let me know how it went, or if it's something that you've heard of in your areas. And if not, maybe it's something you guys can go and get a part of. But we actually became a nonprofit in our community. So now we're starting some fundraising efforts. And it's one of the things that I volunteered to do, is to run the silent auction and also kind of be the outreach for some fundraising, because I think one of the things that's really important for all of us is to challenge ourselves. If we're always doing the things that we're comfortable with, we're not really putting ourselves out there. And so for me, one of the areas that I tend to not be the most comfortable in is fundraising. And so I took that challenge on this week, and it was really fun and rewarding. And I noticed that there are a lot of people here where I live that are non-natives that really want to learn and understand how to be an ally and be supportive of this. So let me know if any of those events happened in your area, or if this is even something that you guys are aware of, if you want more information, or if you think that this would be a good follow-up video. Let me know in the comments or send me a message. So one of the other areas, and this is what I did this morning, that's actually really exciting for me, and part of the reason why we've had this channel for so long, is I care about sharing my story. And not because I care like my story is the greatest story, but I was able to meet with a college student today and share my story because they're interviewing people in the community, older than average people. So because I fall into that, like over 30, I guess, like when did over 30 become older than average? But anyway, she interviewed me as an assignment to then present back to her class, and then they'll do a whole panel down the road to hopefully share with other classmates and other college students. But some of the questions were like, what is it like to come out? What do you wish things would be different? And I think things won't be different for the next generation if we don't start to be courageous and share our stories, because all of our stories are different. Every single person is different. And so if we can share the good, the bad, and the ugly in a way that is beneficial for other people, do that. Find a way to share something with somebody, because you just don't know how much that can impact a life. I think back and I wish in my life growing up, I had supports and I had people's stories to listen to and to hear and to be encouraged, not only just for like who I am in the LGBTQ population, but also being like a Native woman in a world that when I grew up, I didn't see people who looked like me. And so share your story, get involved. Doing Pride stuff is great. And I'm not saying that you can't go to your Pride weekend or have fun, but like really think about sharing your story in an impactful way, because our youth need that. We have a lot of kids who are struggling, and I see that often in my job, that don't have anybody to reach out to and don't have anybody to look up to. And you just don't know how powerful it can be if you could be that person. So I challenge all of you guys to get out of your comfort zone and get involved somewhere, even if it's that right now you're, writing somebody in your state house or, your legislators that on bills that you feel really passionate about, and writing support, or getting out in your community to help with an event. We're all busy, and I'm not saying that you don't have time, because I know everybody's busy. But when it's something that you're passionate about and it's something that you care about, and you can see the connection to making good for other people, sometimes it just naturally is a good fit in your life. So I'd love to hear what you guys do. I'd love for you to share links or stories or whatever, because I love to get inspired by people who are doing things in the community. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate all the messages that everybody's been sending me. Keep them coming. I am doing my best to respond to people. But yep, do that. Check me out on Instagram. I'm Dimples Keeler. I'll put that link down in the bottom. But have a great day. Get out and change somebody's life, and let me know what you guys are doing. Like this page, or like the video, subscribe, comment, follow, all that good jazz. All right, see you guys later. Peace.